education as growing tensions emerge in this debate over a parent's right to know versus protecting students' safety and mental health.
A Valley family now suing Mesa Public Schools, accusing a counselor of keeping a list of kids who want to be called a different name and or pronoun. Suit accuses some schools of not disclosing those changes to parents.
And pronoun laws are beginning to be passed in several states, 10 of them in fact, but not Arizona. They do require schools to notify a parent when their student asks to be called a different name or change their pronouns.
Governor Hobbs vetoed a similar proposal last year, but even without that specific law, some parents argue schools should be required to let parents know about these types of changes.
ABC 15's education reporter Eleni Dow dives into this debate, and you can too throughout this story by voting in our ABC 15 poll right there on your screen.
I am begging you to vote no on this. I'm begging you to just leave trans kids alone. Please stop coming after us. We are so tired and exhausted.
Another round of bills pertaining to transgender youth is making its way through the Arizona legislature again.
And I think this is important because...
And many of them proposed by Republican Senator John Kavanaugh.
Why do you keep fighting for these types of bills like you did last year as well?
Before a school begins calling a student by a name or pronoun that does not align with their biological sex, the parents need to approve. They need to know about it and approve it, because it's not the school's job to, on their own, engage in this in the transformation of a child to a different gender.
Currently, no Arizona laws are on the books that specifically discuss the use of pronouns in schools.
We have no really control for how the schools run their pronouns in the classroom.
So many districts have their own policies in place, like Mesa Public Schools.
Pronouns are being made out to be like some scary thing.
Mom Christiana Hammond says trans youth need to be protected and helped. As a trans person herself and board member of the Arizona Trans Youth and Parent Organization.
I think if parents are afraid their kids are out living a secret double life, that's really a communication thing that should be dealt with at home.
It's these specific Mesa Public Schools policies that has a parent suing the district, claiming educators are calling their child a different name and pronoun without their knowledge. A school board member is also part of the lawsuit, which says there's a list kept of students who go by certain pronouns and their parents don't know about the changes. The district tells me they can't comment on pending litigation. However, looking further at the policies, a superintendent's message to families says parents' rights and student safety are at the forefront of what they do. Educators, including the Mesa Education Association president, say these claims are harming students and the work being done in the classroom.
This is noise to us, and it feels like an intentional campaign to try to separate the relationships that students have with their parents and their teachers, something that has almost always been sacred. Now politics and politicians are trying to disrupt that.
While specific Arizona laws for pronouns in schools don't currently exist, laws are in place regarding parental rights, which the lawsuit says was violated. But that will be up to the court. As for the bills going through the legislature,
it's time that we make clear rules to protect the modesty of students and the rights of parents.
Most of Kavanaugh's bills would likely get vetoed, but there are also resolutions that don't require the governor's signature and could go straight to the voters. And transgender advocates say all those efforts are harming the mental health of students, where some only feel at home in schools.
You can write as many bills as you like, but you will not be able to erase us as people.
I'm Eleni Dow, ABC 15, Arizona.
And what